How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to the Minnesota Wild franchise mode here in episode 12, the 2023 postseason. Been a little while since the last episode with the little holiday hiatus, so if you have not been on the channel since then, you just watched the franchise mode and you haven't been keeping up with be it Pro or MLB or any of that stuff, let this be the first wish of Happy New Year into 2021. I hope that you had a great Christmas and holiday season with your family as we start to get back into the groove of regular life. In the last episode, it was a wild push at the deadline. We found ourselves 22-24 and 2 or something like that, 22-24 and 6, something around that record with 30 games left to go in the season. We made a couple moves at the deadline, and then we went on a tear. 19-7 and 4, I think, was the record, and we squeaked into the playoffs with a record of 39, 33, and 10. Those moves that we made, a little recap if you forgot about them. We kept the forward lines the same. We made some lineup changes, although the personnel did not change. On defense, it was a huge change to the first unit as we went out and got Torrey Krug from the St. Louis Blues to play top pair with Ryan Suter. He was on the block. He gives us a +5. In the 30 games that he played, he scored 26 points and was a +26. A huge part for our success, but also another huge part coming from the Boston Bruins. It was Tristan Jarry. We overhauled the goaltending. Elvis out of here. Cal Peterson out of here. We got Tristan Jarry and Jonathan Quick. Tristan Jarry, he's on an expiring deal. That's why he was on the trade block. But we don't know if we're going to be keeping him, but he went off 16, 8, and 2 in 28 appearances, 1 shutout, 924 save percentage, and a 2.25 goals against average. A huge reason in unison with Torrey Krug, plus the team in general, for making the postseason. We also went out and got a new backup, Cal Peterson, for Jonathan Quick and draft picks. He's also on an expiring deal. Doubt he's coming back. He had an amazing season in the AHL, but then when he came to the NHL, it did not translate. I don't know what went wrong, lost in translation. He had insane numbers with Ontario, like twistedly insane numbers. Comes up here, 5 appearances, lets in almost 5 goals a game, barely over an 800 save percentage, just tough. So he has the 85 poise. Hopefully we won't have to play with him at all, and it'll just be Tristan Jarry between the pipes, so no need to worry there. Alex Dean is there on forward depth. Carson Soucy injured at the moment for he's actually defense. Our defensive depth is Kyle Capobianco playing with Eric Johnson, who was an earlier season acquisition closer to... How many games did Eric Johnson play with us? He played 34, so just a few more games than those deals that we had made at the deadline. So the offense is looking great. We had nice seasons from everybody. I wouldn't say that anyone really ran away with it, as Sean Monahan led the way with 64 points. He had more than that in assists last season, didn't he? 64, yeah, he had 63 assists last season, so it wasn't a big points season. Kaprizov, 41 goals. Mike Hoffman was actually a huge piece. He ended up coming up from the AHL, and since we thought we weren't going to use him, long story, you got to watch the last episodes if you want to see what the morale issue was with Mike Hoffman, but he ended up going on a tear, 39 in 52 with 27 goals. So without further ado, we're ready to hop into the playoffs. Year number 1, we won the Stanley Cup right off the bat in surprising fashion. Last season, we lost in 7 games to the Chicago Blackhawks, and this year we are starting it off up against the Edmonton Oilers, and we are ready to go on a deep run after we weren't even sure if we were going to be making the big dance here. So the Edmonton Oilers, they got Cahoon, McDavid, Yamamoto. That is scary. Second line, Simmons and Benson, nothing crazy, but Leon Draisaitl can make anyone good. Joe Thornton at the age of 43 is down on the third line left wing with Evan Rodriguez and Zach Kassian. Fourth line, James Neal, Josh Hosang, and Rasmus Asplund. Defense, Nurse Manson, Bouchard, Clefbaum, Nutivara, and Bear. Very solid defensive core. And between the pipes, it is Ilya Sorokin, backed up by the King, 41-year-old Henrik Lundqvist. Shattenkirk, Ryan Puljujärvi, all on the healthy scratches. So a very good team in Edmonton, gotta say. That's why they had a record of 45, 25, and 12. No really big comments in terms of suggestions, just everyone pretty happy with Elvis leaving. Jackie Elvis has left the building and Tristan Jarry has entered. I love that trade. How does Elvis have more value? I think it just had to do with him having more years on his contract, because Tristan Jarry was playing a lot better, but on an expiring deal. Mikey was also happy with that deal. Hopefully we come out flying, put our heads down, and push through these playoffs. I hope we win the whole thing. Going to be tough, though. Good job picking up Torrey Krug. big move. Finally, Elvis is gone. Let's get the cup. Good job, Data. Thank you very much, Mikey. Let's go out and do it. Boomba, improvements are there, not going to lie. Good job, Mr. GM Data. Joel the Jukes, you handled that midseason perfectly. You took a team on the outside looking in and pulled the trigger on some moves that would push you over the hump. Good stuff. I'm interested to see if this team can go on a run. Ramsey's 4-2-4. That quick trade was kind of disappointing, but you made the playoffs. Hopefully Jerry doesn't get injured. Honestly, I'd have to think about the rest of the team a bit, but I would at least consider keeping Jerry for a few more years. He's been pretty good for you, and I would definitely try to upgrade the backup, but that's for after the playoffs. I just don't know who would be worth getting rid of in order to make space for his contract, because we were considering extending Tristan Jerry, and that would be very costly because we do have good goalies in our system. We do have Markkanen, Jones, Morozov, and Wallstedt, who could all be starters, but Tristan Jerry, he's not quite there yet. So someone has to be starting for now, and Tristan Jerry is good, but he wants over $7 million, and I don't think that I'd want to pay for that. I'd rather get someone in free agency. So that is something to deal with later on. Thank you to everyone for those kind words in the comments. I'm excited to hop into it. As always, a little disclaimer: if you are new to the channel here in the playoffs, this video may be 50 minutes long. It may be an hour and 20 minutes long. Who knows? It's always somewhere in that range. It's to keep from spoilers, so we could get swept in the first round and be done in 15 minutes, but it's just gonna be a black screen for the rest of the video. That's something I always hate in franchise modes, when there is a playoff episode and it's just spoiled because you only see it's 25 minutes long. So enjoy the ride, sit back, put your feet up, and it's gonna be a nail biter. This is our lineup as always: a +1-3-1-1 on the forwards, 5-1-0 on defense. I'm very excited to see this team get it, because when we won the Stanley Cup, these players came through. Parise, Monahan, Hoffman, these were the names that were getting it done. Now we have new rookies here: Boldy, Rossi. Let's do it. Ryan Suter, our captain. Not too many years left in him. Sergachev, Murray, Krug, the guys are all going to be wanting to get those first pair minutes. Suter can't do it forever, so let's see some magic while there's still some magic in the stick, right? But without further ado, Rogers Place against the Edmonton Oilers, Game 1, Round 1, Year 3. Let's do it. The journey starts now. From under 500 to in the playoffs. First period, 1-0 Edmonton. It is Zach Kassian with 12 seconds left in the period. All right. The shots are there. Second period, 2-1. There we go. Kevin Fiala down on that third line. I hate that he's there, but if he's producing, we're happy. And Jordan Greenway on the power play within a couple minutes of each other. 2-1 Minnesota. Shots 21-12 after 40 minutes. Heading into the final frame now with a 1-goal lead that Rasmus Asplund quickly takes away. Both goals for Edmonton coming in their bottom 6. Power play is killed off by Edmonton. It is a tie game with under 10 minutes to go now. A very tight battle. Shots are pretty even, 26-18 for us with just a couple minutes left. Any late heroics? Oh, you're kidding me. Darnell Nurse with 39 seconds left. In the first period, it was with 12 seconds left. Oh, I thought we were going to overtime for sure. 3 goals on 20 shots against Tristan Jarry. 2 goals on 26 against Sorokin. And we drop Game 1 3-2 in devastating fashion. From the blue line, Darnell Nurse through traffic, no doubt. 3-2 win for the Oilers. That's a heartbreaker. 2 assists for Manson, 24 saves for Sorokin. Well, boys, we showed that we have... Oh, yeah, okay. Capobianco, injured groin. He's out for a little bit. That means we got to call somebody up, and I think that's a no-brainer. We're probably just going to go ahead and call up Leon Botter from the AHL. He doesn't go through waivers, and he's the best player available. So Leon Botter, he is 81 overall. He didn't have a good season. We sent him down to the AHL to just get some time there. In 27 games with us, he had 2 points and a -13. In 26 games in Iowa, 7 points and a +6. That's better. So, Botter, this is your chance, my friend. Come back up here and show me that you have it, because you had a really tough sophomore season, and it was pretty disappointing to have to send you down. It hurt my heart. So, hopefully playing with Eric Johnson, I think it gives it a -1. Yeah, it does. But we have to do it, because I want to break up these other pairs. So, Botter and Johnson will be that third pair. Let's go, boys. They're both 81s. They're going to be playing like 80s. And defense will look like this in the AHL. And they're ready to go on a deep playoff run of their own. So, all right, boys. First game, we showed that we could do it. A couple big goals. We got shut out in the first and third periods, though. We got to wake up, and the top six has to get into it. I don't know where the plus minuses were on that game. How was the first line looking? Yeah, they played a lot of minutes, actually. 24 minutes they were playing. Fourth line didn't look great. 6 minutes on the ice, and they're -1. Ugh. All right, game number 2, still in Edmonton. Let's just call it a split and go back to Minnesota and make it a best of 5. Here we go. First period, 1-0 Edmonton. It's Leon Draisaitl. Second period, still 1-0. Leon Draisaitl and Leon Bauer, the two Germans on the ice. Shots 23-14 for Edmonton through 40 minutes. Here in the third, power play Minnesota. Let's go. Let's get into this. And Leon Draisaitl's second of the night, as we cannot get anything going against Ilya Sorokin. 3-0 Edmonton, thanks to Tyler Benson. Power play late. It's not going to cut it. What in the world was that? 25 save shutout for Ilya Sorokin. 3 goals on 35 shots against Jerry. Better performance from Jerry, but what? Come on. Where are we going wrong right now? We've been outscored 6-2 in those 2 games, and McDavid hasn't even scored. -3s for Suter and Krug. What? -2, negative. All the best defensemen all have these negatives. They were amazing in the season. That just doesn't make sense. Just does not make sense. Okay, let's try Sergachev and Krug on the top pair, Suter and Murray on the second. Yeah, we'll try that out. But even the offense hasn't really been getting anything going. Is that just due to Sorokin, or is there some sort of issue here? Still no pluses, -1 on the second line. The third line, -3s and 2s. Could we call up Fiala somewhere in here? I don't think so. -2, -2, -2. All playing barely anything tonight. All right, Kiefer Sherwood, you're out of here. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to put in Alex Steen instead. Won't be as good for chemistry, but I'd rather get a poised veteran on that fourth line. Oh, actually, it still does the +1. Okay, so Alex Steen, he's going to play down there. Hopefully that'll help the fourth line, who is not playing much, but is hurting us. So small tweaks made, and we're headed back home. The fans are hungry. They've seen a Stanley Cup. They've seen us power our way into the playoffs, and they are rabid. Let's go. Game 3, round 1. We need to win this one at home and get ourselves back in this series. First period, 2-2. Draisaitl scores both. Wow. Okay, one on the power play as well. Frederic Gauthier scoring on that fourth line. Maybe Alex Steen sets him up. And Ryan Suter on the second defensive pair. So the small tweaks come through. 2-2 game, shots 12-9 through the first period. Leon Draisaitl has like 4 goals in the last 2 games now, right? Crazy. Second period, there's a big goal early. Alex Steen! Let's go! Alex Steen, 2 minutes in. And then Kirill Kaprizov, welcome to the show, my friend. His first of the playoffs after scoring 41 in the season. Let's go. 4-2 for the Wild. Shots 24-16 in our favor. 2-goal lead, though. Most dangerous one to have in hockey. Let's pad it up a little bit. First line got their first goal of the series with Kaprizov. Haven't seen anything from the second line yet. That would be very nice to see something from the second line. Or we could just hang on to a 2-goal lead and shut them down and just go all the way to the end of the game like that. That works too. My bad, guys. That works too. Perfect. All right. Nothing happens in the third period. Shots were 32-27 in this one, and we win it 4-2. Huge, huge, huge. Steen a goal and an assist. Wow. Kiefer Sherwood, pack your bags. You're not coming back to this team anytime soon. Frederic Gauthier with a goal and an assist, and Tristan Jarry makes 25 saves. That's what we needed. Depth on that fourth line. It's now Steen with 2 points leads the way. So 2-1 series through the first 2 games. AHL's over. The AHL season's over. We finished with a record of 42-28-6. Headed into the playoffs there. And now back at home, let's just split the home games. You can take 2 at home, we take 2 at home, and make it a best of 3. We don't want to go down 3-1 and put ourselves in a position where we have to win 3 in a row. Let's do it. Game 4 at home, no more tweaks to make. I'm happy with the lineup as it is after that nice performance. Tristan Jarry, just stand tall and let's do it. First period, 2-0 Wild. Kevin Fiala and then Mikhail Sergachev up on that first defensive pair with Torrey Krug. Wonderful. 2-0 Wild after the first. Second period, 2-1. Connor McDavid, welcome to the series. He scores his first. Shots are now 24-19 Edmonton as they came storming back in the second. but we hang on to the 1-goal lead in the final 20 minutes right here. Being outshot. Power play early for the Wild, this time killed off. I don't think we have any power play goals in the series yet. Edmonton has 1 or 2. Halfway through the third period, the 1-goal lead is still intact, being outshot 34-23 with under 5 minutes to go. Will that second goal be enough? And it is not, as Evan Rodriguez, once again, a goal for the Oilers late in the third. You're kidding me. Shots were 36-23 in this one. Tristan Jarry standing on his head, and we let Evan Rodriguez score from that angle. 2-2 game with 17 seconds left to get tied up. That is a backbreaker as we're headed into overtime. All right, here we are at the XL Energy Center. It is Monahan and McDavid at the faceoff. A goal for the Oilers puts them up 3-1 in this series, but a goal for the Wild ties us up at 2 and makes it a best of 3. Here's Dominic Cahoon, poked away by Torrey Krug. Krug, come on, my friend. You did such a great job here. Don't come to this team. Oh, my goodness, Connor McDavid. Oh, wow. Let's see that again. Just no coverage whatsoever. Yeah, that's good, guys. Let's go 3 guys in the corner, both defensemen and Sean Monahan. Even my Pee-wee coach would tell me that you got to have positioning here. You got to have 1 defenseman there, 1 defenseman here, and the center over here. If the defenseman's being held, Monahan, get in there. But Sergachev, where are you going? Gets it out, and then they're both clueless. Parise is going for a hot dog, and then McDavid just streaks in and bang, rips it off the post. No one to beat but the iron, as Tristan Jarry is beat. But are you serious? This is overtime in the playoffs, boys. Let's wake up. Offensive zone faceoff. Hoffman, Lindholm, Greenway. Let's go. Big win. Greenway! Oh, great opportunity. Huge blocker save by Ilya Sorokin. The big 6'6" boy looking for a snipe. Speaking of Greenway, here's a breakaway to finish it in overtime. Oh, it's poked away by Sorokin. Another great opportunity. And then in front just had to be redirected. It's been all Greenway in this shift. Huge hit from Ryan Suter. Draisaitl, huge windmill to shame Ryan Murray. Cassian, oh my goodness. Murray, get that out. Skates backwards into our own zone and gets pinned. That's smart. That's a great idea. All right, let's try it again, Murray. Suter, up to Matthew Boldy, the rookie. He was second in team scoring this season. Let's go, windmill. Come on. Ethan Bear hit off Boldy and scores! Kevin Fiala! And the Minnesota Wild have life. Let's go, boys. Matthew Boldy working down deep in the corner. Gets in front of Fiala, just cleaning it up right there in the crease. Oh, wow. That was a doozy. Nice hit there. It wasn't even, sorry, my apology. It was Rossi. It was Rossi who made the hit, Boldy who made the pass down low, and then no one even reacts. Just a nice goal, and everyone just stands still. That's cool. But we have life as this series is now tied up at 2. Tries to do the windmill, gets hit off the skate of Ethan Bear, then a hit from it's Rossi, number 31 there. Yeah, that's him. Boldy regains it, then Clefbaum's is totally uninterested in this play. Easy pot on the doorstep for Kevin Fiala, and that is a 2-2 series tie for number 22, courtesy of number 22, Kevin Fiala. Shots were 38-26 in this one. Tristan Jarry stood on his head. The post was a huge help, and it is now a best of 3. Sergachev killing it right now with 4 points in 4 games. Carson Soucy fully healed. Do I want to take out Eric Johnson and put him in, or possibly even Leon Botter? Botter, 3 games, plus minus of 0 with 13 minutes a night. Eric Johnson, plus minus of 1 with 14 minutes a night. Soucy was pretty solid in the games that he did play with us. I think he ended up with he was actually -9. That was weird. He did really well in Boston, but was a -9 with us. I like Soucy a lot, but it seems to be working right now despite the -1, so I think we'll keep it as is. And yeah, we're not going to touch anything here, but Kevin Fiala deserves to be higher in the lineup. 3 goals in 4 games. It's just that I don't want to touch that third line. If we were to put them up on the second line, would they get a +3? No, they'd be a 0. That's weird. You see, you play them on the third line, they have great chemistry. We love each other. Put them on the second line, who are you? I've never seen you before in my life. I have no chemistry with you. Play me with someone from Norway who I've never met in my life, and I'd have the same amount of chemistry. That's the way it seems to be going here. So I guess we'll keep the third line as is since it seems to be working. And the second line has just been terrible in terms of points. Greenway with 1 goal, but still, with a +3, you'd expect more. Capobianco also fully healed and available to play. I'm going to keep him out as well. You know, I'm liking Botter and Johnson for the moment. Let's not touch that yet. Rogers Place, Game 5, Round 1 here against the Edmonton Oilers. They won both games at home. Let's try and reverse that now to go back to Minnesota with a series lead. First period, 2-0. Kirill Kaprizov on the power play. And there's that second line, Mike Hoffman coming through. 2-0 Wild. Second period, 3-0. Jordan Greenway. The second line is awake. 3-0 for the Wild. Shots 23-16 in this one. We really woke up after those first 2 games. If we could win this, we'd be down 2-0 to up 3-2. Power play killed off by the Oilers as things are looking good, getting deeper into the third period now. Man, after we lose 2 in a row, we win 3 in a row. Series is not over yet. It is not over yet, but it is 3 wins in a row. Power play for the Oilers late, killed off, and it will be a 20-save shutout for Tristan Jarry. Beautiful. 1 goal for Kirill Kaprizov, the game winner, with 4 hits as well. The small, what is he, 5'8", 5'9"? 5'9", I believe. 4 hits for him. 2 assists for Sean Monahan. And it's a 3-0 victory for the Wild. As we now have the series lead, my friends, down 2-0 to up 3-2. And we can end it at home in Minnesota and go through to the second round after losing in the first round last year. We don't want to see Game 7, Round 1 again. Let's just get it over with. First period, 1-0, Kirill Kaprizov. He has been awoken, and it is 1-0. Second period, 1-0 it remains. So 21-19 are the shots, very even. Heading into the final period, the Oilers need to get something going or their season is over, and we want to just finish it and get a couple extra days of relaxation before round number 2. Let's go. Power play, where Yetziskor on the power play again killed off. Power play for the Oilers, and we kill that one off. All right, switching some special teams right there. Shots 30-25. Under 5 minutes to go now. Can someone just add some insurance, please? Or not just end it? And it is Jordan Greenway who adds the empty netter. Back-to-back shutouts for Tristan Jarry. This time 30 saves. 50 saves between the 2 games. A 2-0 victory for the Minnesota Wild, and we are through to the second round. Oh boy, 30 save shutout for Jarry. Sorokin did very well, 33 saves, but Kirill Kaprizov beat him in the crease, and that 1 goal was enough to push us through to the second round. Huge. Wow, what a roller coaster. From thinking we'd be eliminated after going down 2-0 to now winning it in 6 games. 4 straight victories. Greenway in the end, 3 goals for him in 6 games, nice. Lindholm never scored anything, so that's a bit concerning. Botter was a +1, and Johnson a +2, so, you know what, -1, but we'll keep them. Tristan Jarry, a .941 save percentage and a 1.63 goals against average after those first couple scary games. Quick, he did not come into play at all, thank goodness. And Alex Steen as well, the other change we made. He had, 2 points in 4 games and a +3. Wonderful. I believe he's getting extra time because of penalty kill time as well, but that's why we had Kiefer Sherwood there for the +1 on the penalty kill, but I'm okay with putting Steen. It seems to be working. So I just want to quickly look at Sorokin's numbers, and even Draisaitl here. Draisaitl, 4 goals in like 3 games and nothing again. That was really weird. McDavid was held to just 2 points in 6 games. It was a defensive series at a lot of points. I guess Monahan shutting him down. Draisaitl with 28.6 shooting percentage as well. Sorokin, 927 save percentage, 2.13 goals against average, and 1 shutout of his own. It was a defensive series. These were low-scoring games. That was a good one. That was a good battle. All the best to the Edmonton Oilers. Big respect, mad props. But we're headed on, and you guys are headed home, I'm very sorry to say. In the second round, we will be facing whoever wins, I believe, in Game 7 of the Coyotes and the Golden Knights, and the winner is the Vegas Golden Knights. 45, 31, and 6 was their record on the season. In the AHL, we are through to the second round. Beautiful. And they took out the Coyotes in 7 games. Let's see their lineup. So great top line right here. Marchessault, Carlson, and Mark Stone. Only a goal for Stone. Goals, really, no scoring almost. Was the second line? Yeah. 8 points for Pacioretty. Nicolas Roy with 7 points in 7 games as an 81 overall. Riley Smith with 5. Zucker 1 assist. Cody Glass with 6 and 7. Hyman nothing. McGinn, Stevenson, and Alex Tuck. What? Down to an 81 overall. The poor guy. Oof, that's weird. Maybe it's due to morale or something. I don't know. Defense, Shea Theodore and Alex Pietrangelo, one of the best top pairings in the NHL. 4 points and a +4 for Theodore. 7 assists and a +3 for Pietrangelo. Hag, Damaris, Coughlin, and McNabb. Nothing crazy on defense there. Between the pipes, it is Robin Leonard. Yes, he had a really, really good season. He's playing lights out here in the playoffs as well. 10 shutouts in the regular season. 1.86 goals against average through 7 games. And a .932 save percentage in the playoffs here. Yeah, that is scary. Backed up by, of course, Derek Baribeau, who we traded earlier in the season. Scratches, Corrali, Krebs, and Nieto. It's going to be a good series here. They went to 7, we went to 6. It seems like they had a defensive series as well. Not too much scoring aside from a couple players. It is Dallas and Chicago over in the West. In the East, it's Washington, Philly, and Montreal, Buffalo. Let's do it. T-Mobile Arena, round 2, game 1. It's showtime. Kirill Kaprizov, give me a nice one to start it off. All right, 0-0. Second period, 2-1. There he is. He was a little bit late. He was just 50 seconds after I said it, but that's all right. He didn't score in the first, but 50 seconds into the second, he gets it. Kaprizov and Monahan, first of the playoffs for Monahan as well, and Zach Hyman scoring his first of the playoffs. So 2-1 Minnesota through the first 2 periods. Shots 24-19 in our favor as the first line has been coming through in this one. Let's keep it up, but Alex Tuck down on that 4th line ties it up at 2. Shots tied at 25, now 26 as well. Halfway through the period, this is a good matchup. This could be a very defensive series. I could see some very low-scoring games. Tied with under 5 to go. 5-on-3 power play, and we kill it off. Wow, we are headed to overtime. Who's taking 5-on-3 penalties? Who's taking these? Boldy holding and then Murray hooking, both within a minute of each other, pretty much, in a tie game in round 2 of the playoffs. Come on. But sheesh, 34-32 are the shots for Vegas. Let's head to overtime. Here in Las Vegas, it is Monahan and Carlson at the face-off dot. Next player to score will put his team up. Wow, big save, Monahan. Next player to score will put his team up 1-0 in this series, which may prove to be very valuable as goals seem to be hard to come by at the moment. Huge toe save there. In front, another save from Jerry. Pacioretty is deadly. You don't want to let him into the slot with the puck. That was a nice kick save from the pad of Tristan Jarry. Here comes Greenway, lumbering into the zone, goes into the corner, looking for Lindholm, stopped through traffic, gets his own rebound, and that is also stopped. He's also looking for his first one-timer from Greenway, and Leonard will stop that up top with his shoulder. Skates back, finds Alex Tuck, the 4th line master himself. Shea Theodore in front, big save by Tristan Jarry, stretching out. Where was the defense on that one? Your guess is as good as mine. A huge sprawling save from Jarry, though. That is huge. Getting some good luck in these overtimes thus far. Here's Smith coming into the Minnesota zone now. Poked away by Krug, regains possession. Poked away, regains it for a second time. Still has it. Krug skates away behind the net and decides to give up, but thankfully Jarry made the save. Krug had an open lane, passes, skates backward. What is happening? Parise now, up to Monahan. He has Kaprizov on the wing, going into the nets, going into the crease, and there we go, a nice hook. That's always the best thing to do when you lose possession of the puck. Take your stick, wrap it around your opponent, and yank as hard as you can. 2 minutes for hooking for Sean Monahan. Let's see it one more time, Pacioretty. There you go. The captain of the Vegas Golden Knights. Beautiful. Zane Lindholm are out there. Wait, whoa, what just happened? Delayed penalty? Hold on. What happened there? Hooking? Parise? My 2 alternate captains get 2 hooking penalties? What happened here? What? Why would you do that? I didn't even catch that. I was just silent. Didn't even catch that. Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for almost a full 2 minutes. This is... Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. Marco Rossi, Ryan Suter, and who's that? Mikhail Sergachev. They just have to be monsters out there. Like Hal Gill. Channel your inner Hal Gill and throw your head face first into the puck. Let's go. Patches scores. Doesn't even react. Tipped by Carlson. Beautiful. Let's just get out of here. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? 2 hooking penalties to go down 5-on-3. No one to blame but yourselves. Foolish and garbage. Selfish, foolish, just it was going wide, hits off Carlson. That's the type of goal. Yeah, good job, Sergachev. What's the point? We're 5-on-3, and you're not even, it's as if you don't exist. You're just standing to the side. Great job. Shots were 39-37 in that one, and we dropped it 3-2. Shocking. So we dropped game 1 in very disappointing fashion, but at least it was a tight game. We have some stuff to build on. If it wouldn't overhaul the whole team's chemistry and make everyone have a meltdown and break down in tears, I would move some lineup and make Monahan to like the second line center. Could I do that and put Lindholm to the first line? Try to spark Lindholm? It would, no, from +1/+3 to 0+1. Who are you? I've never seen you before in my life. You can't be on this top line. You don't have a good cycle shoot bias. I can't have good chemistry with you. Okay, so let's keep the lineup as is. Game 2 in Vegas. Let's get ourselves back into it. No need to have to work from the ground from behind like in round number 1. So first period 0-0. Second period 1-0 Vegas. Shea Theodore. Shots 22-20 in our favor, but we're down 1-0 from the blue line. Shea Theodore got that one through traffic. All right, let's get something past Robin Lehner and make this game something to be excited about and not just going out there, taking a couple shots and looking like slugs. Halfway through the third period, no one listened to me as we're still down 1-0. Power play, let's go. Jordan Greenway, finally. The wrecking ball himself. 1-1 game late in the third, and we're headed back to overtime for some more. Shots tied at 29 through 60 minutes. All right, we're back in Vegas for more overtime action. Monahan and Carlson facing off once again. A goal for Vegas means a 2-0 series. Oh my goodness, that was broken up and tight. A goal for Vegas means a 2-0 series lead headed to Minnesota. But a goal for us means the series is tied into best of 5. Sean Monahan make it up from the last game. And this stop by Leonard. I need Sean Monahan or Zach Parise to be the hero in this one for all their grief that they caused us last game. No matter what happens, Jordan Greenway is a hero already. Kaprizov skating into the zone. Okay, gets past Pietrangelo to Monahan. Score! Sean Monahan answers the call! And the Minnesota Wild tie this series up with a huge overtime winner. That was a nice goal. Very nice goal. Kaprizov gets by Pietrangelo, gets it to Sean Monahan, who places it very nicely. I want to see that one again. Sean Monahan, as he gets hit down as well. Good job by Kaprizov. Right here. Oh, wow. Leonard was totally screened. He thought Monahan was going to be going right. He comes back left, catches the open side out of the crease. Oh, yeah. Robin Leonard got shamed on that one. Great goal. He gets hit to the ice as well. 2-1 victory for the Minnesota Wild. Oh, had to reposition himself, but did not have enough time to do so. 2-1 victory. Shots 39-21 in the end. All right. 1-1 series thanks to Jordan Greenway and Sean Monahan. 7 points through 8 games for Monahan. Got to make it up for that penalty, and he did so. All right, now we're back at home. We are undefeated at home, 3-0 in the playoffs at the moment. Let's keep it up for game number 3 of round number 2. It is now a best of 5. First period, 0-0. Wow, shots 15-5 in that one. Second period now, 2-0. Elias Lindholm, his first of the playoffs, and then Mike Hoffman as well. That's 2 power play goals. We have been sleeping on the power play, and then we get 2 within less than 6 minutes. Let's go. Shots 29-11. Just destroying them offensively right now. Robin Lehner standing on his head, but it is 2-0 Minnesota, headed into the third period with 2 big power play goals from Lindholm and Hoffman. Let's go, finally. Power play Vegas, and it's Mike Hoffman, close to a shorthanded goal there. That's his second of the night, and then Lindholm gets his second of the night, and they're both power play goals. 3 of our 4 goals tonight have come on the power play, and they've come from Elias Lindholm and Mike Hoffman, who had been doing barely anything throughout the rest of the playoffs. And it's a 21 save shutout, no less. Just a little cherry on top for Tristan Jarry, his 3rd shutout of this postseason. 2 goals and an assist, actually, for both Lindholm and Hoffman. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. 7 points in 9 games from Monahan, so he didn't get anything in that one. It was all second line and power play. Second power play unit, right? Or is the first? Yeah, second power play unit and second line. Just eating it up with that +3. Whoo, baby. How's Botter doing? Still zeros. All right, still zeros. Tristan Jarry, 1.48 goals against average and a 946 save percentage. Sheesh. All right, so we are still undefeated at home as we are now 4-0 on home ice. We are headed into game number 4 to take a 3-1 series lead and go 5-0 at home. This would be huge. It's either that or we tie it up at 2 and we go to a best of 3 just like in round number 1. Let's keep up the magic. Let's keep up the good work. Tristan Jarry, you are playing amazing. No need to change anything. Let's do it. First period, 0-0. Wow. Shots 19-4 for Vegas in that period. They are furious. Wow. Okay, that's a statement right there. Let's wake up and not get bombarded here in the second. Second period, 1-1. All right. Oh, wow. We really woke up. That was 17 shots we got in that. 17-7 were the shots in that one. So we took a turn to bombard. Kaprizov scores for us in the power play. Cody Glass for them, even strength. Shots 26-21 Vegas, and we're tied at 1 heading into the third period. Both goaltenders playing very well. Which team will just have a little more luck than the other? Halfway through the third, shots 31-26 for Vegas. Power play Vegas, 5-on-3, 5-on, we kill it off. Huge penalty kill. Oh, but then Zach Hyman scores anyways. But then Mike Hoffman comes right back just seconds later. 40 seconds later, and we're headed to another overtime. Mike Hoffman, 40 seconds after Hyman scores. Who's taking these penalties, by the way? Murray and Suter. Again, Murray is hooking penalties. And for the third time in 4 games this series, we are headed to overtime. Shots 38-29 for Vegas. Last time, Jordan Greenway pushed us into overtime. This time, it's Mike Hoffman. A goal for us keeps us undefeated at home and puts us up 3-1 in the series. A goal for Vegas ties it up at 2, and we head back to Vegas with a best of 3 on our hands. Parise Monahan, oh goodness, and then what was that? Gives it to Parise, and he shoots as if there were 3 nets beside the original net. Setting it up here in the offensive zone. Greenway, wow, that was a nice play. Gets the shot off, but a nice blocker save from Leonard. Uses that big body to circle his way around. Kaprizov. Greenway again, another save from Leonard, as we have a great presence at the moment. Kaprizov keeps it. Lindholm, oh, he gets crushed. Now here comes Vegas the other way. Max Pacioretty. He is going to be cornered by Torrey Krug, but then he passes into the slot, and that's a beautiful one-timer to tie this series up at 2. Vegas with the 3-2 win. I'm not sure who got that one, as Krug was looking to close him down. Sergachev just let the shot come. That was a huge wind-up and a slap shot, I think, from Riley Smith. And Jarry just left sprawled out and lying on the ice. Jason Zucker, former Minnesota Wild third star of the game, the former 2010 draft pick of the Minnesota Wild. So was that Riley Smith? Yeah, it was. Just great job, Sergachev. Don't even put your stick in the lane. Just watch it go by. Great slap shot. Great one-timer for sure. Shots were 40-32 for Vegas in that one. They wanted it a little bit more, and we got caught slacking. So we head back to Vegas with this series tied at 2. 3-1 series for Dallas over in the Western Conference. 3-1 for the Canadiens over the Sabres, and 3-1 for the Flyers over the Capitals. We're not going to touch anything, guys. It's been a good defensive series. The better team's going to come out on top. We're just going to keep on simulating. I have nothing to say but go out and fight with all your heart and soul. Let's do it. First period, 0-0. Shots 16-4. It's always someone taking a big lead in the shots. We quadrupled the shots there, 16-4. Second period now, 2-1. Let's go. Torrey Krug gets his first playoff goal as a Minnesota Wild, I think, unless I missed something. And then Mikhail Sergachev as well. That first defensive pair getting it done. Shea Theodore scoring shorthanded, though, which is a bit of a shot to the gut, but we're almost tripling their shots here. 29-10 at the moment, but only a 1-goal lead, 2-1 heading into the third period. Both are power play. Hold on. All right, that one's killed off. Both our goals coming from the first defensive pair, Sergachev and Krug. Halfway through the third, shots 35-15, more than doubling the shots, but still only a 1-goal lead. It remains, as we could really use some insurance late, but it's just gonna be enough. No problem. A scoreless third period. Shots were 38-22. But Robin Leonard he let in 1 more than Tristan Jarry, and that's all that matters. 36 saves from him gets him the first star. Shea Theodore gets second star. Okay, but Torrey Krug, third star with a goal and an assist. I don't know what biased soul is choosing those. over in Vegas. But that is a beautiful victory that puts us up 3-2 in this series now, and we would love to end it in 6. What a defensive series it's been. A really good chess match between two evenly matched hockey teams. If we win this game, I'm going to pause before Game 7 to fix the scouting reports. But if we win, that would be great because I got to go do them anyways. But, boys, we're at home. We are, 4-1 at home in the playoffs now? Let's make it 5-1. We close it out just like last series. At home, Game 6, we didn't have home ice advantage. Doesn't matter. It's okay. We don't need it. All we care about is Game 6 at home because we want to just close it out. We don't care about Game 7 on the road. We never get to Game 7 on the road. We just want Game 6 at home. Let's close it out against Vegas. Just got to pelt them. We got to bombard them a little bit in the first. That seems to work. And then just stand strong from there. But yikes, first shot of the game goes in for the Vegas Golden Knights. First period, 3-0. Whoa. Alex Tuck on the power play. Coughlin. 3 goals on 6 shots. Whoa, what? Shots are only 6-4. 10 shots total in that period. The last 2 games we've had 30 shots, but realistically 20 shots in the first 20 minutes and 1 or 0 goals. Now it's 3 goals on 10 shots total through the first period. Tristan Jarry, what are you doing? Second period, okay, 3-0. Shots now 17-12. That's good. The shot category evened out, yet we still have no goals. So here we go. Final 20 minutes at home. Let's get some rallying going here. Let's get some songs being sung in the sections 408 up in the nosebleeds. But okay, Elias Lindholm, thank you. We're down by 2 with 8 minutes to go now. Power play late, under 5 to go. That one's killed off. No, that's going to be it. That is going to be it. Elias Lindholm gave us some hope, and that power play is not going to go anywhere either as we drop this one. 3-1 the final. We ended up winning in shots 28-27, but that does not get you the Stanley Cup. Jonathan Quick, actually. Hey, he came in and made 22 saves on 22 shots after Tristan Jarry got pulled. Hey, the man has the poise. Robin Leonard, 27 saves to get the victory. Pietrangelo, 2 assists. But wow, Jonathan Quick, I'm impressed. Not enough to make me start you in Game 7, but Tristan Jarry, that was scary. That was a little scary, Tristan, I gotta say. I don't know what's going on. Other series over in the West is going to 7 as well. Same as the Capitals and the Flyers. Canadians beat the Sabres in 5 games. Yeah, do we want to make any lineup changes heading into Game 7? Yikes, we weren't thinking about Game 7. We thought we only cared about Game 6, remember? Monahan, is he up to an 88? I thought he was an 87 the last time I looked. Could be. Kaprizov, +4, +6, +6, +4, +2. -7. Yeah, the third line is what's killing me. Yeah, terribly. Killing me terribly. Boldy, what have you done? 2 assists, 3 assists for Rossi, 3 for Fiala. He's dropped off since the first round. Can I put Boldy and Steen swapped up a little bit here, maybe? Yeah, why not? Let's just get some better defense on that third line. Boldy, he was great this season, but he's not doing anything right now, so no point giving him a higher spot in the lineup. Let's try Alex Steen there. Why not? Defense, -2, -3. 4 and 5, beautiful. 1 and 1. Okay, so defense I will not touch. Suter and Murray, they know how to play together. They used to play on the top pair and get a +3. But I'd rather have Sergachev and Krug at 91 and 90 than Suter and Murray at 89 and 88. I think that makes more sense. And yeah, Tristan Jarry between those pipes. Great numbers. No reason to pull them out. And we'll keep those scratches like that. Capobianco, I had 1 assist and a +1. 1 assist and a +1 in 1 game. Do I want to play him or Leon Botter? I don't know if I can change Leon Botter, but it would give it a +1, right? No, it gives it a 0. Now, you know what? I won't touch it. I'm very tempted to put Capobianco over Botter, but I'm going to keep Botter. He's been proving his worth for the moment. He has been. So as I said, I got to take a quick pause here just to go update the scouting, so I will be back in a flash. All right, so scouting is done, and it all comes down to this. After being eliminated in Game 7 of Round 1 last year, we now find ourselves in Game 7 of Round 2 this year. No more changes to make. There's nothing left to be said. Boys, if you are hungry enough, play strong defensively. Bombard Leonard. He's going to be strong. He's coming out to play as well. And don't stop until the puck crosses the line. Let's do it. First period, game 7, 2-2. All right, guns blazing for both teams. Early shorthanded goal from McGinn. Then Parise on the power play with his first of the playoffs. Thanks for coming to the show. And Frédéric Gauthier avec son deuxième, as we had a 2-1 lead that was quickly tied up by Coughlin. 2-2, shots 10-6 in our favor through 20 minutes. When I said Frederic Gautier's second, I meant his second of the playoffs, I believe. Max Pacioretty, early goal, and then another that adds Sean Corrali, 2 shorthanded goals in this game. 4 goals on 14 shots. Oh, man. Down 4-2, heading in the third period. Jerry, don't do this to me, Jerry. Do not do this to me. Third period, down by 2. Let's get back into it. Leonard, we've already beaten them twice on less than 20 shots. And if they can score 4 on 14 against us, we can do the same against them. Power play early in the third period. Killed off by Vegas. And Zucker, no! 3-goal lead for Vegas. It's 5-2. Tristan Jarry fell apart. He fell apart. 6 goals on 21 shots. And that's how we go out. Wow. Anticlimactic to say the least. 2 goals on 27 shots for us. Wow. And that's it. That is it. Year 1, Stanley Cup. Year 2, Game 7, Round 1. Year 3, Game 7, Round 2. Wow. Jason Zucker came back to bite us as well. Not bite us, but Bill Guerin, whoever traded him away. Goal and 2 assists for Smith. Goal and 2 assists for Pacioretty. Goal and assist for Crowley. We let in 2 short-handed goals, and Tristan Jarry just fell apart. Mild concussion, Eric Johnson, don't care. Man, that is crazy. What happened? Out of nowhere. He just falls apart out of nowhere. Finishes with a .923 save percentage and a 2.14 goals against average. Lets in 6 goals on 21 shots. Ultimately, it was a few more shots than that. Wow. Jonathan Quick, you didn't want to put Jonathan Quick in there, coach? The point totals reflect how defensive we were playing. We were really relying on Jerry, and the one game that he fell apart, we did not bail him out. Kaprizov and Sergachev, 8 points in 13 games. Greenway, Hoffman, Monahan, Krug, all with 7 points in 13 games. Krug in -7 with Sergachev. What happened there? Parise 6 in 13, Lindholm 5, Fiala 4 with a -6, Marco Rossi 4 assists, Alex Steen was a +3 in the end with 3 points in 11 games. Lievo Boldy a -9 with 2 assists. How does that happen? Regular season scores 25 goals. He was actually 3rd in team scoring. I said 2nd earlier. 3rd in team scoring of goal scoring. 25 goals, and in the playoffs just zeros and a -9. What? Capobianco, Ryan Murray 5 ± a 5 with 1 assist. Sherwood didn't really do anything. Botter ended up with an even ±. Eric Johnson, that was his last game with the Wild. Goalies, man. Tristan Jarry just fell apart. We should have put Quick in there. I don't know why the coach did not put Quick in after that fell apart. Vegas, they got to win the cup. Look at Leonard. 195 goals against average and a .933 save percentage. We found a way to break through to him, but if they're poised to go on a really deep run. It wasn't even their top line that was getting it done. Corrali and McNabb and Coughlin, and it was Pacioretty who really did all the heavy lifting on that second line. But we're ready to sim to the playoffs, to the draft, I suppose. We're against the Texas Stars here in the Western Conference. We would have been up against Dallas in the Western Conference Finals. Here we are against the Iowa Wild, up against the Texas Stars. Can we beat them maybe? A little bit of joy? There we go, 3-1 win. All right, we'll keep note of that. We're in the conference finals. That was the Western Conference semifinals, I suppose. Now it's the Western Conference finals. We'll keep note of that as we begin to sim towards the draft. Nashville Predators fire their head coach. Yeah, there's going to be some coach firings. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do in this offseason for the coaches. Wow. So the Ontario Reign beat us in the AHL and go on to win the Calder Cup, and it's the Washington Capitals who ultimately win the Stanley Cup. Wow, so Dallas swept the Vegas Golden Knights. What? After squeaking out in 7 against Colorado, squeaking out in 7 against Chicago, they sweep Vegas, and then they themselves lose in 5 games against the Caps, who previously beat the Canadiens in 7, Flyers in 7, and Red Wings in 6. What a crazy playoffs this year as the Washington Capitals beat Dallas to win their second Stanley Cup. Wow. Oh, wow. They also won the President's Trophy, by the way, so they were a very good team. But still, very weird. Art Ross to Evgeny Malkin, Hart to Evgeny Malkin, James Norris to John Carlson. We'll just get through the awards here. Lady Bing to Nate McKinnon for the third time in 4 years. Calder to Cousineau, so it does not go to Rossi. I'm sure he got the nomination, but Cousineau, very deserving of the Calder. Conn Smythe to Ilya Samsonov. Vezina to Tristan Jarry. What? Tristan Jarry wins the Vezina? Well, hold on. I gotta remind you of the stats that we had that were there. Robin Lehner should have won the Vezina. I didn't even think that Jarry would get a nomination. Jennings go to Samsonov and Koskinen. Masterton to McAvoy. Jack Adams to the coach of the Wings. Selke to Sean Couturier. Wow, very rare that Ryan O'Reilly doesn't win. Ted Lindsay to Evgeny Malkin, and Maurice Richard to Austin Matthews. Look at the entire NHL here. So let's say we're going to sort by minimum 50 games. Look at only the big boys out here. Sorting by save percentage. Price, Bishop, so two goaltenders better than Jarry. Goals against average, you have no one better than Jarry. Okay, so he's number 1 in goals against average. He's number 3 in save percentage. Okay, now let's compare those to some other numbers here. Actually, this is weird. Wait, what? Jarry wasn't 3rd in save percentage. Lehner had a better save. I'm sorting by save percentage, yet he's listed as higher than Lehner. Why is Grubauer higher than Hart? That's a glitch. I don't know. Okay, so he was not 3rd in save percentage. It looks like he was. So if that's tied for 1st and 19 is 2nd, that means he was tied for 3rd, I guess, with Carter Hart. Yeah, okay, tied for 3rd in save percentage. And then in goals against average, he was, 2nd. He was not 1st. 2.34 was 1st. So he was 2nd in goals against average and tied for 3rd in save percentage. That makes a lot more sense. So you have Ben Bishop, better save percentage and better goals against average. You have Carter Hart, better goals against average, same save percentage. And you have Robin Lehner, better save percentage, less goals against average. All three of them, and even Carey Price, less goals against average, better save percentage. All those guys probably could have won over Tristan Jarry. I guess he just went on a tear. People wanted to vote for him because of the playoff run that he helped Minnesota go on. But still, only 2 shutouts, and Lehner had 10. That's really weird for the Vezina. We'll take it, but that's really weird. I don't know if he ever won the Vezina when we had him in Anaheim in NHL 20, but I know he won the Jennings at least once, so he likes to get the hardware. And speaking of him, what kind of money is he looking for right now? If we wanted to go sign him here in the offseason, up to an 87 overall, and he'd be wanting, still the same amount as always. So he's probably going to walk. I don't see us re-signing Tristan Jarry. If we do sign him, it would be after his asking price goes down in free agency. I don't see ourselves re-signing him. So the scouting's all been done. We can continue simulating to the draft now that we've seen all of those awards. Predators win the draft lottery going from 5-1. Rangers 3-2. Pittsburgh 7-3. Anaheim drops 1-4. No other big things to make note of there. We'll check out the retirements here. This is interesting because it would not be crazy if Parise or Suter were to retire here. Even Alex Steen. So we're looking at a few possible names here. Is anyone calling it a career? Alex Steen is, and that's it. All right. So Alex Steen, at the age of 39, 679 points in 1,181 games. Patrick Marleau goes out at the age of 43 after losing in the Stanley Cup Finals. Oof, that really hurts. Almost 2,000 games played with 1 point shy of 1,300. 605 goals for him. Jason Spezza, a lot of other great names here retiring. Wow, Wojtek Wolski. Over in the goaltending department, retirements this year, Ryan Miller at the age of 42, Mike Smith at the age of 41, Craig Anderson 42, McElhaney 40. Wow, some old men retiring this season. Justin Pogge, legend, now that we're talking about the World Junior Championships. Everyone loves talking about him. Okay, interesting retirements. Another season of Suter and Parise on the books. Not bad. They've been playing well, so it doesn't hurt us really that much. Well, it would be nice if we got it freed up, but they're performing, so I'm not going to sneeze at it. Patrick Marleau is now a coach. Brouwer, Soderberg, and Bouwmeester are now all scouts. Oh, I should have checked if there are any coaches who retired, but that's okay. I can see it later. And here we are at the draft. So just quickly looking at our coaching staff, because that's going to be one of our questions moving into this next offseason now. So, okay, our AHL head coach did retire. So we're missing an AHL head coach. Our NHL staff remains the same. 90 staff chemistry. Does Robichaud stay as the head coach? Does it depend on if there's someone better available? B minus, B minus, A plus, A plus, A minus. 64% team fit. I believe that. No, that's not with everyone though, right? Is it? Is that everyone? Or is that take out people who don't have contracts who have been sent down or something? Either way, it's a good team fit. Wisniewski had a 69% team fit at one point. Levasseur, Lautner, they're all here as well. Is there anyone who they don't like? Lautner. Two of them don't like Lautner, and then Lautner doesn't like Wisniewski. Okay, just to keep note of that. Scouts, we have all 20 scouts. We'll fire some and hire some new ones. Expiring contracts here, we have 18.815 million, so we're not strapped for cash. I guess we could sign Jerry. Eric Johnson, Josh Leva, I don't see them coming back. Susi, I could see him coming back. Other guys, this is all just depth aside from that, really. So we'll have a lot of money in free agency. Tristan Jarry, Jonathan Quick, yeah, that's a lot of money getting taken up there. Quick, we'll probably let him go, right? Right? Someone just confirmed that with me. And Tristan Jarry, yeah, now he wants $9 million. I'm happy with just letting him go. If someone wants to sign him for that much, all the power to them, but I would anticipate that he won't get signed and that his asking price will begin to drop. That's a lot of money. If we were to sign him, it would be for like 2 seasons, right? Because we have the prospects coming up. So we could go 2 years, 9 mil or something. Or I could just go to free agency and look for a guy like, I don't know, Mackenzie Blackwood, Marc-Andre Fleury, Ben Bishop, someone who's older looking for, like, if I just get Bishop on a 1-year, $6 million contract or something like that, would that be preferable? So we'll see in free agency. Just let me know your thoughts on that. I'll make some executive decisions myself, plus I'll put some questions in the Discord server when I'm in the off season in the coming days when I record that episode. Looking at the draft board, our first pick is in round number 2, around the late 40s. After that, it goes into the 70s and 80s. So really just the first pick coming in the late 40s is what we want to focus on. So someone around this area, we got a confirmed low top 6 sniper. That's a very good prospect. Oh, and here's another confirmed low top 6 sniper. If it's between these two prospects, who do we like more? 3 years away, no comparables. Lucas Drake, 3 years away, no comparables. Here are the weaknesses, strengths, and all that good stuff. 6 points in 37 games versus 5 points in 43 games. Pretty similar. 6 foot versus 5'10". Yeah, that's if we were. And then there's even this playmaker. Ooh, 5 points, -5. 3 years away, no comparables. Okay, and then at the top of the draft class, do we want to think about moving up at any point? It would be pretty costly. I don't know who we'd move. Foligno is going to be a franchise player. That's to Nashville, I believe. He'll be amazing. Mikko Koivu comparable. Some elites over here. Depends if anybody really wants to trade their picks and who would it be for. Low elite Brian Roberts. Low elite Demetrius Correa. That's a great name. Demetrius Correa, left 2-way D. NHL ready. Oh, he's NHL ready at 26. That means he's a mid to high 70 overall. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's something like 76 to 79 even. That's interesting. With low elite potential. Ooh, Demetrius Correa might be an option for us. Late first round pick. We'd have to trade up. Do we want to do that? Roberts, he's 2 years away. Matthew Hannon, 3 years away. Yeah, but then back up to people with potential. Zetterberg comparable at 3 years away. Back up to the top here. If we were going to make a trade at all. Oh, that's interesting. All these guys are NHL ready. All the top 6 players are NHL ready. Those are really nice numbers as well. Cameron McCammon, 2-way forward. But look at this sniper. Cameron Clark. 41 goals, 54 assists in 65 games. Similar to Teemu Selanne and NHL ready. Then you have this guy who's similar to Patrick Kane, NHL ready, playing in Extra Liga, A+ competition, 7 goals, 12 assists in 51 games. That's really interesting. It'll depend on if teams want to trade their picks, and even if they do want to trade their picks, what could we possibly move? Here are the trade values of our players at the moment. Don't want to just take someone off here. Krug has a lot of value, up to 88 overall. Leon Botter will be a big player for us next year, hopefully. Marco Rossi has grown to high elite potential, 85 overall. Oof, he should be our second-line center next year, likely pushing Elias Lindholm to the wing. Tarky, 76. Kaprizov, 87. Greenway, 84. Nice. Suter, 87. Murray 84, Fiala 83, Boldy 83, Parise 83, dropping in trade value big time. We'll check player growth in just a moment. So if we're looking about a lineup for next season, sorting by overall here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right there. So we probably need some new depth because the top 6, top 9 is still pretty solid. The thing is, though, I don't think I want Fiala and Boldy on the third line next season. I think they both have to be in the top 6, which means either... But Hoffman was great. I don't want to move Hoffman. But I don't know, maybe Lindholm? Because if Rossi comes up to second line center, that means that the wingers... actually, maybe Parise could go third line. Because then first line could be Kaprizov, Monahan, and maybe even Lindholm. Or Kaprizov, Monahan, and Hoffman, or Fiala, or Greenway. And then second line could be Hoffman, Rossi, and Greenway, or Boldy, or whoever's there. Then third line could be Parise, a new third line center, and I don't know, then we need some depth. I don't know, it depends if Shaw is able to grow, and even Sokolov and Kovanov. It's going to depend on a few factors. We're probably going to need an overhaul in the bottom 6 for the most part, but Parise could play third line. On defense, it would be Krug and Sergachev top pair, probably Suter, Murray second pair, like we said, as we had in the playoffs. Botter, if he grows, he could push his way into the second pair, and then we have an issue, and we'll have to figure that out later on. But if he doesn't grow, well, he should grow. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Just who would play third pair with Botter or third pair with whoever else? Could be Soucy. Johnson, I don't think we're going to re-sign. Soucy fits well. That's why I'd want to keep him. Johnson, I'm going to let him go because of the line fit. But line fit, it depends on the coach, and we could be getting a new coach. So that is another question. And unfortunately, we can't see the coaches that are available. So that's why it's really important. Go to the link in the description, the Discord server. That's where I need to ask you all questions on the spot. And sometimes I can't put out a whole video. I can't just do the draft in a 15-minute video and then wait another 3 days to hear ideas all the time. So please join the Discord server if you haven't already, and that is where we can discuss this more. Let me know your preliminary thoughts, and anything more that I have to hear about will go there in the moment. Looking at playoff stats here, Kuznetsov had 26 points. Just looking at the Washington Capitals in particular, Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, 24 points and 13 goals. Carlson with the James Norris, 23 assists postseason with 24 points. Wilson 18, Oshie 17. Commander Data's friends doing very well. And Samsonov won the Conn Smythe, and yeah, pretty deserving. 5 shutouts, 922 save percentage, 2.16 goals against average. So just to close it off now, we'll look at the player reports, try and squeeze out a bit of a longer episode here since it was a bit of an earlier exit. Progress reports of our NHL players. Rossi up 23 attributes like we said. Jerry with some growth. Suter got a little bit of a hit. Greenway grew, which is great. If we could play him on the first line, it would be amazing, or even the second, wherever the chemistry works best. Hoffman, he proved himself this season. I think he has to have a spot on the second line next year. Over in the system, we had Damien Giroux growing up to a 73 overall, Shaw to a 77, Guskov 68, Morozov 69. Kalen Addison still hasn't really been growing. It's 3 seasons in a row he plays first pair D with a +5 on chemistry, and he's just at a 75 now. He's not really going much higher. He started at a mid to low 60. Weird stuff. Kovanov 75, Tarky 76, Volkov 78, these guys, Hunter Jones. So the goalies haven't really grown at all because you still have Markkanen and Jones at 78, 77. So I guess that will be some off-season growth. So I probably won't sign a backup goalie. If we're going to sign we have to sign a starting goalie, no matter whether it's free agency or re-signing Jerry. We need to sign a goalie. But I don't know if we have to get a backup goalie because Markkanen could just become the backup and Jones becomes the starter in Iowa, and we sign Morozov or Wallstead to play backup, or we sign Morozov and Wallstead to play 1 and 2 in Iowa. We promote Markkanen or Jones, and then another one, the odd man out, gets traded, or just stays in the NHL as a healthy scratch possibly. I don't know. Few possibilities on the board, so I'm just going to leave all that to you there, my friends. It was a fun postseason in the first and second round. It was a good roller coaster adventure in those overtimes, but ultimately a 7-game loss against the Vegas Golden Knights, who got shamed by Dallas, who then went on to get shamed by Washington. Robin Lehner's numbers, by the way, if you were wondering, they came back down to earth just a little bit. And Vegas just, I guess they couldn't find scoring after their top guys. William Karlsson only 6 points and stuff like that. Marcia So and Stone is what killed them down here with their plus minus as well. But thank you so much for watching. Heading into the 2023 off season, which will lead into our 4th season. I am very much looking forward to all of your suggestions. A great team here in Minnesota that we just want to get even stronger for another run at it next season. So as I said, all the links for everything down in the description. The Twitch channel as well, streaming twice a week, getting back into the schedule with the holiday hiatus done. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos here on the channel. Be a Pro, MLB Franchise Mode, Career Simulations, link to the Twitter page as well. And once again, the Discord server, not only important to get into it because of how we'll be talking about things that happen here in the franchise mode, but just building community as we have a lot of fun times sharing memes and talking hockey and pretty much anything else. So I look forward to seeing you in there. I look forward to hearing your comments down in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next one.